Imagine a world with no books, no messages, no history, only spoken words carried by the wind. This was the world over 5,000 years ago, before one ancient civilization changed everything. Around 3400 BC, in the fertile lands of Mesopotamia, the Sumerians achieved one of the most important breakthroughs in human history, the invention of writing. Their creation, known as cuneiform, would become the foundation for record-keeping, storytelling, science, law, and the growth of civilization itself. The story begins with a problem. As Sumerian cities like Ur grew larger and richer, trade expanded. Farmers, merchants, and temple officials needed a reliable way to track goods, grain, sheep, beer, and taxes. Relying on memory was no longer enough, so they started using small clay tokens to represent quantities. But soon even that system became too complicated. Then came the revolutionary idea: why not draw symbols to record information? On soft clay tablets, the Sumerians began pressing marks using a sharpened reed stylus. At first, they drew simple pictographic pictures representing objects, but as their needs grew, the system became more complex. They discovered that symbols could represent sounds, not just things. This breakthrough allowed them to express names, ideas, and eventually entire stories. By 3000 BC, these wedge-shaped marks evolved into the full writing system we call cuneiform, from the Latin word cuneus, meaning wedge. With writing, the Sumerians entered a new age. They recorded laws like the later Code of Ur-Nammu. They wrote legends such as the early versions of the Epic of Gilgamesh. They kept administrative records, which helped cities grow into complex states. Writing also gave birth to schools, where young scribes trained for years to master thousands of symbols. For the first time in human history, knowledge no longer depended on memory alone, it lived permanently on clay tablets. Cuneiform spread across Mesopotamia, influencing the Akkadians, Babylonians, Assyrians, and beyond. Even long after the Sumerians disappeared, their writing system shaped the languages and literature of the ancient world. The invention of writing was more than a communication tool, it was a turning point. It allowed humans to preserve their thoughts, plan their future, and record their past. It transformed simple societies into advanced civilizations. So, when we read a book, send a message, or write down an idea, we are continuing a journey that began over 5 millennia ago on a clay tablet in ancient Sumer.